Welcome back to Luby Living. So it's been a really long time and this video is kind of out of the blue, but I've had a lot of junk laying around for quite a while. I've been fixing up my basement here. It's going to be my bar room. It's not quite done yet, but it's come a long way from what it started as. If I have a picture or video, I'll add it in here. But I had these. They look like old railroad ties. I've had them kicking around, two of them, since I bought the house. And didn't know what to do with them. I was going to throw them out or burn them, but they were kind of cool. They were 4 feet long, so I cut them down a little bit. I bought this big slab at an auction. I was going to make a bar for someone else, and then that fell through. So I've had it laying around. I think I paid 45 bucks or so for it. It's just over 9.5 feet long. Probably 2 foot wide there, 2.5 foot there or so. It was kiln dried when I bought it. Good deal. That piece of plywood I've had laying around for a while. Not exactly sure why I had it. These 2x4s, they're all new. These here, whatever they are, 4x3 or something it looks like. Again, they were laying here when I got the house, so figured I'd use them up. And then a bunch of skids you can get free anywhere. So I probably have a total of 250 bucks into this. Like I said, it was just mostly old junk laying around. But I'm going to put it to use. I know today I dropped about 100 bucks on the 2x4s. Just under 100 bucks. I got some metal L brackets to screw in just to brace them up. That, maybe 50 bucks new, like I said. So we'll say 250 bucks all in. I got screws laying around. If you include them, we'll say 250. So I'm going to show you what 250 bucks can build you. So to start, I'm going to square up my slab that I'm going to use as the bar top. So normally to do this, you draw a line right down the center of your board and then measure square off that line, or 90 off the line. But I don't have anything long enough to do that. Actually, probably one of these would, but that don't matter. I just kind of eyeballed it. No one's going to be looking at it that close. It's not going to be a perfect bar. It's going to be put together out of, like I was saying, scraps that I've had laying around. So that'll be good enough for me. So now that this slab's cut more square, I can start building the frame for it. So these railroad ties here that I've got under here, I cut them to roughly 41 inches. My cut was off, so I know they're a little bit under, which is fine because it was a hack job, that cut. So out of my 2x4s, I'm going to build a frame to hold everything that is 41 inches. They will kind of be part of it, but they're not really going to be structural, more just for looks. So then the bar top will sit on top of the 2x4s, and those will slide in right underneath and almost touch, but not quite, because they are a little shy. But then the bar top, even though it itself hasn't been planed or leveled in any way, should sit level on my frame for it. So that if I do get around to planing this or getting a router sled or something and evening it all out, it will sit flat. So now that I got my frame built for kind of the front, I've got my L brackets screwed on. So what I did was screw them on the inside there, and then I'm just gonna, so like you wouldn't be able to screw it with the front on, or the front brace, and then I'm gonna anchor it in right there. So that's gonna be kind of the front of the bar. That one's gonna go on that end, and that piece of plywood's already cut. They come 4x8. I cut it down to 41 inches. It's going to go on the front there, cover that in. Then I'll frame up the sides and start covering the front with these skids. So it's coming along. It doesn't look like much right now, but I think it'll look good when it's done. So now that this frame's all secured in with those big railroad ties, I cut down this 4x3 or whatever the heck these are to 41 inches. And I'm going to make two mini frames similar to this one, but just fit in between here. So from this edge to this edge, I want it to be 20 inches when I'm done. And then that's just under 2 feet, so it'll leave a little bit of overhang on either side. It'll look good. So I'm going to, frame up those, screw those in there, then I can start covering the front. So now that I got my side frames built, I'm just gonna leg them right in here to both beams. Then I'll probably do something in the corner there just to strengthen that up a little bit. A board across the top and bottom of this. I'll try to leave the center wide open and fill in my gaps. So the frame of the bar is all set. It's nice and sturdy now. I braced the corners a little bit more with those little 90 metal pieces, and she's good and sturdy. Any drunk guy could jump or dive into this and it's going to be fine. So now I'm going to grab this sheet of plywood, cover the front with it, and then once that's on there, I'm going to start cutting up those skids and throwing them on there almost like a floor pattern, staggering them all. And then if I have enough skids, I'll cover the sides tonight too, but if I don't have enough, then I'll get more later and finish that up. But it'll be pretty well done tonight. Once that's all covered, slap the top on there, and she'll be ready for drinking. I've now got a bunch of skids cut up into little pieces like that. So to do that, instead of pulling each and every nail, I just took the skill saw and ripped it down along this board and left all those nails in. Same thing on this side, and then I was able to kind of just twist and pull the boards off without having to pull the nails. And then once they're out, the nails are in, but they're easy to hammer through now that they're out. So I'm just kind of staggering them along the bottom, and then I'm going to work my way all the way up to the top with the skid boards. Just starting the final process here, so the whole front is covered in the skids now. Sides all done too. So I've just screwed on these 90-degree tabs here, and then I can put the top on, fasten it down, and you will have yourself a nice rustic bar built for $250. The top's on the bar now. This last clip here is taken a few months after the bar's been done, but it got sanded down very finely. I could have went a bit more and got a few saw cut marks out, but I kind of like the rough look of it. And then it's just had a clear varnish to finish it off. Tons of drinks have been spilled on here and it wipes right up, doesn't stain the wood at all. So that's the final look. So this is the final product, a rustic looking bar. Thanks for watching the video, and stay tuned. I'm hoping to have some pretty cool content coming out shortly, some more truck stuff, some more builds. Been planning on it for over a year. That hasn't happened, so you might have to sit tight, but hopefully sooner than later. Also, if you enjoy my stuff, make sure to go out and check out Ill Conformity. He's a buddy of mine. He does a lot of similar stuff. He only has a few shorts out right now, but I know he's working on some really cool stuff. So be sure to check him out.